Good morning, welcome to Breakfast with Naga Munchetty and Charlie State.
Our headlines today.
Ukraine's defence minister says his country hopes to arm 1 million fighters as it prepares for a new phase of the war against Russia.
It has now been 79 days since Ukraine was invaded, and Russian troops are intensifying their attacks in parts of the southeast of the country, which is now seeing some of the heaviest fighting, as Francis Reid reports. A ban on buy one, get one free deals on unhealthy food in England is to be put on hold for a year. Just joy.
Pizzazz.
I like the word pizzazz.
Yeah, well done. You brought it to the table early on a Saturday morning, the word pizzazz.
There you go. Pleased with that? Do you think Sarah's going to bring some pizzazz with the sun? Do you know, your top looks like a sunrise.
Ah,
Yeah.
I planned it perfectly, didn't I?
Perfect planning.
Thank you very much. See you later on.
Let's take a look at today's papers. The Sun.
Amazing run.
We'll see. Mike's there at Wembley today, so we'll be talking to him throughout the programme, getting the latest. We've got beavers in the programme later today. I know you'll be delighted. It's called, this beaver that we're bringing to the programme is called Rashford, who's a year old and is building a dam. But I'm going to bring you, well, maybe...
Beaver's not actually here in the studio, so...
We have a dog in the studio.
Yeah.
We have a dog who's retiring from the fire service in the studio, Dexter. Looking forward to meeting Dexter. If I said to you burbot, what do you think a burbot is?
I'd say it's a fish related to the cod family.
Have you seen the story?
Yes. Well, I'm not going to pretend. I have read the story. And he hits the big notes. They've got this little guide, and so you're kind of drawn in a little bit. What have we got? Finland at 200. I know he's very high. Well, he's 6-1 here. Spaceman is the song there.
And what are the odds they've given to Ukraine?
Estonia, for example, at 200-1, is the inspired performance.
What's Ukraine's? 2-5.
Yeah. Well, it's like two different competitions, I think, in a way.
It is, but it'll be fun. It's going to be fun anyway. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. It is coming up to 17 minutes past 6. It is time now for the latest technology news with Click.
Hello, you're watching Breakfast with Naga Munchetty and Charlie State.
Good morning to you. It's just coming up to 6:30. Now, the men's and women's FA Cup finals are taking place on the same weekend for the first time.
So it is the men who are first up today. Chelsea taking on Liverpool, and Mike is at Wembley for us this morning. Good morning, Mike.
Absolutely in his element. Sticking with the sporting theme, he's more used to being in the driving seat of the world's most prestigious racing cars, but 4 times Formula One champion Sebastian Vettel this week made a surprise visit to a prison to open a motor workshop for young offenders.
So it's hoped the mechanics course, the Feltham Young Offenders Institute in West London, could help inmates leave with the skills they need to get a job. Celestine Olulade has this report. Such an interesting piece there, and you can only imagine the impact that a visit like that would have.
Yeah.
Such a positive impact.
Brilliant. Sarah is taking a look at the weather this morning. Now, it's going to be quite nice for many of us, isn't it, this weekend, Sarah?
It is indeed, yes.
See, time now 6:45. So, a wartime reunion story for you now. Roy Gelder was from Hull, and like so many others, a child evacuee in the war. He was sent to Frampton in Lincolnshire, where he forged a strong bond with his host family's son, John Peach, who he treated as a brother.
Well, they went their separate ways after the war, and now Roy is 90. And at 90 years old, he has met up with John for the first time since leaving John's home. And our correspondent, Louise Parry, went along to witness the emotional reunion.
What it's like inside my bushel's head. Who knows?
Don't go there.
Who knows? 7:39 is the time right now.
Sarah's going to have the weather for us shortly, but first, let's talk about this. In 2012, Laura Bates set up the Everyday Sexism Project. It has the aim of recording the misogyny that ordinary women have to deal with on a daily basis.
10 years on, and more than 200,000 testimonies later, Laura's campaign is still going strong. Her latest book, Fix the System, Not the Women, looks at tackling prejudice within 5 key institutions in our society.
Hello, you're watching Breakfast with me, Naga Munchetty. Charlie State, soon to join me. Sarah's got the weather, and Mike is in his very, very happy place. He's at Wembley this morning. The sun is shining, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Looks great. It is 17 minutes to 10. Regular experts, Dr. Chris Smith and Professor Linda Bald. Of course, we know them. They've been with us for the last couple of years over the pandemic, just giving us an idea of what is going on. Cases are falling now. So here on Breakfast, we've decided to do things a little bit differently in the future.
Yeah, it's important to point out we're not going to stop talking about COVID. As and when the stories emerge, we will definitely be focusing in on that because there still will be many things. But there'll be other things we'll pick up with them and use their expertise to just navigate through big health stories of the week.
Let's bring you up to date. COVID infections across the UK are now at their lowest level since before Christmas.